Well, we had a eventful week, man. What's going on, Mr. David?
Running around. What's up? How you?
You went to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did.
You went to the party.
I definitely did.
Threw a party. Yeah, threw a
I definitely
party.
did.
Yeah.
David came over.
I definitely did. Y'all niggas is crazy.
No, listen.
Nah, I ain't gonna front, real man shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album. But yeah, I'm glad I got to go, poly with him.
So it was a lot of talk on the internet about.
They told me I was kicked off of this.
Yeah, they did. They said you was there. They said you was. I didn't mean. I
For
didn't
doing that.
Oh, this is crazy.
That's what they told you.
They
He was
kicked
out.
you off
They-
the show.
the internet
They said I
kicked
got
off.
kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
It's
people
crazy.
People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Right. You felt one way, I felt another way.
Right.
You went to the party, but you had already had a conversation with Capo. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I never was around him, Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever. And me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim, and Jim being around my moms and my kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta holler at Capo, like, yo, bro, how you feel about that? Because I got invited directly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm a definitely have that convo with bro before I just pop up and he got to hear about it. Like, that's just me.
No, it's definitely honor in that, brother. And I think, like I was saying, like me and Fad was talking earlier, as individual men, we don't always have to have the same opinion. Right. I felt like because of the relationship I didn't built with Capo over the last 5 or 6 years, that I just felt like it wasn't in me to go stand next to anybody he had an issue with or whatever, because the relationship is strong here. It's past professionalism, right? So we got a personal relationship. I feel like as a friend, the word friend people throw around, brother, everybody, yo, Fad, my brother. This nigga, my brother.
Bro.
Yo, bro, it's my brother. That's my friend. But the thing is, I feel like everybody's your brother till it's time to do brother shit. Right? When you got a friend, the word friend, that comes with responsibilities.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a friend, it's certain things I'm gonna do. As your friend, you should be able to trust me around your wife. Right? You should be able to trust me around money.
Right.
If you took a fall, I should be able to be there for you, right? No matter what it is, right? And the way I look at life, I just felt like, and it was no disrespect to, Max or anybody, because me and him got a relationship too, but I just wanted to make it clear where I stood as a man. Those are my principles, not nobody else. So I think it's dope that we could be able to have that conversation right here, because I felt like niggas was thinking it was something else.
Nah, yeah. I feel like with me it's like, and I agree with you 1,010%. I love this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not into trying to figure out what niggas is going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Capo know how I feel about him. He knew me since I was 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing brand new. This ain't let me go over there for the cloud or for the cameras. Nah. I've been in contact with Max.
Right.
From jail. You know what I'm saying? He's on the album, Yo East. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a man thing. Let me holler at Jim. How you feel about that, bro?
No, that's honorable.
He could have easily been like, yo, bro.
100%.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our own one on. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like I'm not gonna be put in a space where I'm leaning on no side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with boy, I fuck with Capo. Like, I'm not picking a side. Like, that ain't me.
That's respectable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's no wrong answer, because everybody got their own perspective on things, and how they view based on if they own experiences and stuff like that. I've been in situations where you had to declare your side.
Right.
So my whole life,
me too.
My whole life I've been this way. It's not about whether it was Jim, it's anybody that I got that type of love and respect for. I feel that way the same way, because I don't want it to ever be no misunderstanding. Right. You're gonna know exactly where I stand, because you prove who you are through actions,
Right.
not just talk.
Not talking.
Everybody talking. All these niggas is talking. I'm like, nah, we got to go a little bit deeper than that. So
Right.
I just think that it's cool, man. What you think, Spiz?
I think we spoke earlier, and even a couple weeks back, I was talking about the strength of relationships, and I think we here on this, besides the podcast, we built, you know what I'm saying, a brotherhood between us.
Right.
And so I think that's like solid just to even check in and see if that's, you know what I mean, something that will bother you, or, you know what I mean? That's what, instead of just going and just try to figure it out later. I also think that we could look at it from our perspectives individually outside of Capo, but at the same time, this is really his experience. You know what I'm saying? This is something he went through, and you can't tell a man how to feel about something that he went through and we didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't really understand the principle until it's done to them. You know what I'm saying? So like when it happened to them, then they could get it.
It changed.
When it's something outside, it's easy to tell somebody, yeah, let that shit go, or you know what I'm saying?
That's not your call.
Right. So whenever he do let it go, if he do or not, you know what I'm saying? We in support of course, of letting shit go and moving forward. But at the same time, it's going to take everybody's time on their timing. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the internet or
that ain't no group thing, man.
No, that's not.
Really
that's
how you feel in your own.
No matter how you feel, I feel like I want us, New York as a whole, to be unified. I can't wait till we all in a room together, right? Because we all got our own relationships. And I don't think niggas give us the credit for actually starting to come together and band together and have in unity in New York. Everybody was running around screaming about New York don't have unity, right? And we all came together, and we all individual artists, individual fathers, individual niggas, and we learn how to have brotherhood and still balance our individual craft. So I can't wait to the day that we all, you know what I'm saying? It's like we New York, period.
Right.
You know? But everything is gonna happen in its time.
Facts.
You know?
Here we go again. The ongoing storyline involving Jim Jones, Dave East, and Max B has finally reached a significant turning point. For weeks, the city has been watching this development like a live chess match, and now the pieces are moving together with palpable tension. It's been said for years that many rappers aren't even real friends. They only appear together for club nights or studio sessions. But when it comes to demonstrating real loyalty, brotherhood, and steadfast energy, genuine examples are rare. One thing is for sure, Jim Jones played this moment like a mastermind, strategically dropping a brand new podcast right in the middle of all the noise. This timing was perfect to slide into the algorithm, stir conversation, and potentially sneak into the top 5 hip-hop podcasts. The wild part? Jones hasn't said a single direct word about Max B since Max came home. However, this is where it gets interesting. His co-hosts, Mino and Dave East, have both been near Max B or people connected to him, and they know exactly how to leverage that energy into compelling content. Most podcasters dodge the topics fans want them to address, especially when the streets are buzzing. But when you have a co-host like Mino sitting next to you, nothing stays off the table. On this new episode of Let's Rap About It, Mino jumps straight into the heat, immediately pressing Dave East about attending Max B's dinner party. The tension was evident. This episode also finally provided Fabulous's angle on the entire Max B and Jim Jones situation, which fans have long anticipated. Respecting Jim Jones's approach. Let's keep it real, Jim Jones deserves some respect here. With Max B finally back home, Jim is not crashing out. He hasn't sent slick posts on Instagram or tossed little jabs on his podcast. As the show explained, he's also not blocking any of his friends from showing Max B love, which marks a significant difference from the dynamic 10 to 15 years ago. Back then, the vibe would have been entirely different. Right now, Jim is handling his business, staying focused, and keeping whatever he feels about Max B private. That is a grown-up approach. That is why I honestly believe that in the next year or two, we might actually see Jim Jones and Max B sitting on a podcast together. If you paid attention to what Mino was saying, he is actively pushing for New York to move as one. He wants the city unified, and he's vocalizing that vision loud and clear. The dynamics on the panel. Here is where things truly intensified. After Mino challenged Dave East about showing up to Max B's dinner, the atmosphere in the room shifted. Dave didn't fold, though. He stood by his actions, keeping it real about wanting peace in the city. You could tell he wasn't moving sneakily. He simply wanted to show respect and maintain solid energy. Then Fabulous stepped in with his characteristic calm, smooth tone, offering his thoughts on the long-standing issues between Max B and Jim Jones. Fab was not picking sides, but he made it clear he wants to see grown man conversations instead of street grudges dragging into another decade. Hearing him speak added a new weight to the moment. Crucially, the entire panel kept circling back to one central idea. New York looks better when everyone is locked in together, not divided. That is why this episode resonated so strongly. It wasn't just gossip, it was a real look at how far the city's legends have come and how close we might be to witnessing a historic reunion. The drive for progress. Things took an even sharper turn when Mino explained why he wasn't afraid to speak on Max B at all. He confidently stated that he is not here to hold on to old issues now that everybody has grown up. He meant every word, and the room grew quiet for a second because that kind of honesty hits differently on camera. Dave East also opened up about how people online keep trying to drag him into a side he never chose. He explained that he's cool with Jim, he respects Max, and he is not letting the internet twist anything into false drama. That moment showed a lot about Dave's character, as most rappers wouldn't even touch a situation this messy. The panel then locked in on a key point. The city needs progress, not more tension, they repeatedly stressed. There's too much talent and too many opportunities in New York for grown men to stay stuck in storylines from a decade ago. It truly felt like everyone in that room was trying to push the culture forward, even if the streets are still watching every move like a scoreboard. Just when it felt like the conversation was settling, Mino dropped another heavy point that shook the entire discussion. He said, "A lot of people only see the headlines, but they don't understand the real history behind these situations." He made it clear that what happened between Jim Jones and Max B was serious, adult business, not some quick back and forth for the internet. That reminder hit the room hard, illustrating just how long these wounds have been present. Dave East then jumped in to explain how the younger generation sees the entire situation completely differently now. He noted that most fans today just want music, unity, and genuine energy from the city, not old beefs being recycled every few months. Hearing Dave talk about that shift showed how much the culture has changed since the early 2000s. Finally, Fabulous slid in with one last nugget of wisdom, stating, "Nobody wins when the city is split up." He pointed out how strong New York could be if these legendary names actually stood next to each other again instead of remaining on opposite sides forever. That moment was thought-provoking because the idea of Max B, Jim Jones, and the whole city moving as one would shake the entire game. This moment made it clear that whatever talks Jim Jones has had with people about Max B are no longer hostile. It feels like they just need to sit down face to face and finally talk it out like grown men, because the energy is not the same as it was years ago. This whole situation suggests they are much closer to peace than people realize.